St. Mary Gales come to North Arlington to take on the Vikings. Hi everyone, Jack Rizzo along with Bobby Blackjack with you for this afternoon's game. Should be a good one here on Surge Sports. Gales coming into the day with a 2-game win streak. They beat both Secaucus and Lyndhurst at home late last week. Meanwhile, North Arlington has not had any sort of winning streak yet because they've gone win, loss, win, loss, win. Their last outing though was a strong victory over Harrison. Both teams are getting ready to take... Actually, the Vikings are taking the field now as we speak. This is another matchup in the NJIC National Division. The Gales are 2-0 this year in the National Division. And both teams have taken the field. And North Arlington has taken the field. Well, it's a nice day here. Temperatures are in the right around the low 60s, but a lot of wind, and the wind is blowing out to left field. So could see some balls carry out there. It's going to be hard to hit one out to right field today. It is St. Mary's, and it's North Arlington, and it's coming up right after this here on Surge Sports TV. Taking the circle today for North Arlington is the junior Jacqueline Burbach. She has struggled so far in her starts this season, looking for a better outing here today. The junior shortstop Layla Henson will lead off today for the Gales, back in that leadoff spot after having batted second most of the year. And the first pitch goes to the backstop, ball one. Layla Henson off to another good start this year, hitting .353 so far, has driven in 4 runs, also stole 5 bases. Her 5 stolen bases are more than the rest of the team combined. The rest of the St. Mary Gales team has 4 stolen bases. And that one is low, and it's quickly 2-0. Henson, of course, is the first female wrestler in the history of St. Mary High School. Hoping for another great year on the softball diamond. There's a called strike, and it's 2-1. This is a very small field, so do not be surprised if we see some balls hit out today. And of course, Henson had a couple home runs last year, and a 4-pitch walk to start things off. So Henson is on first. And that will bring up the senior Gabby Higgins to the plate. Higgins is a Division I commit to Rider University. Henson on her way to second, and she is in there safely with her 6th stolen base of the year. Gabby Higgins, is, as we were saying, is a Division I commit to Rider University here in New Jersey. Her 2nd year with the Gales. She, like many of these players, transferred over from Immaculate Conception. And there goes Henson to third, and she makes it safely. The Vikings defense fell asleep, and Henson now 60 feet away from home plate. And Higgins hits one right to the first baseman, one away. Unlucky there for Gabby Higgins, but that's a big first out for North Arlington. That was Cadence Mansfield over at first base making that play. So now steps in the junior, Jaylene Echeverry, another Immaculate Conception transfer. She is catching today. That's her usual spot, but she's also played some third base this year. Echeverry been doing her thing so far, hitting over 500, already has 4 doubles, 8 driven in, she's walked 6 times. All of those stats lead the team. And going back to last year, she has an 8-game hit streak. And there is a strike, and it's 1-1. Henson is 60 feet away from home plate. She stole second and then advanced to third after the North Arlington defense fell asleep. And that misses away, and it's 2-1. Of course, if you saw the game yesterday, the Gales baseball team faced off against North Arlington back home in Rutherford, and that was a very close game. North Arlington played well. The Gales only won by 2, and Echeverry takes one down, and it's now a 3-1 count. Echeverry hit 7 home runs last year, looking for a first this year, and this is certainly an ideal park to hit one in. Very short fence out to left field here, but instead she takes ball 4, so she walks for the 7th time this season, and the Gales now with runners at the corners and 1 out. And Echeverry will be pinch run for. I can't tell who they brought into pinch run, but the Gales now have runners at the corners with 1 out for Sam Mundy. Mundy is off to a good start as well, 6 for 14 with 4 driven in, 3 extra base hits, and that pitch is away. And moving up to second base, you're right, defensive indifference, it's Amelia Myers who is pinch running for Jaylene Echeverry. And Mundy takes a strike, and it's 1-1. Here's the 1-1, and that misses away, and it's now 2-1. Here comes the 2-1 delivery, and that misses away, and it's now 3-1. So Burbach struggling to find the strike zone early, just a ball away from loading up the bases, with Jada Hastings waiting on deck. And there's a strike to Mundy, and the count is now full. Or strikeout. Oh, I didn't realize there were 2 strikes. I thought there was only 1 strike, but Mundy strikes out for the 2nd out. Okay then. Well, this umpire has been very inconsistent with his calls. That's a strike. You can hear that one. It's 0-1.
I see it.
I don't think anyone realized it was a strikeout here. Hastings is 4 for 14 to start the year with 6 driven in. And that's in the dirt, and it's now a 1-1 count. There are 2 outs in the inning. The Gales have 2 in scoring position with Myers at second and Layla Henson still 60 feet away from home plate. Burbach trying to get out of a first inning jam. And that is a strike, and it's now 2-2. Burbach's looking to get out of this first without any damage done. And it's hit right to the second baseman, and that retires the side. Abigail Subero was right there to make the play. The Gales come up empty in the top of the first. We'll be back right after this. Sam Mundy is in the circle for St. Mary's today. It's her 4th start of the season. And the numbers are a little bit deceiving because she's given up 20 runs on the year, but only 4 of those runs have been earned. So her ERA is still very low at 1.56. She's also averaging 2 strikeouts per inning. The Morris Knowles transfer fires in a first pitch strike, and the count is 0-1.
Morris Knowles.
The senior Kira Garcia leads off for North Arlington, and she's quickly down in the count, 0-2. Bringing the Gales infield defense, Jaylene Echeverry is behind the plate. Gabby Higgins is at first. Olivia Santana's at second. Layla Henson's at short. Jada Hastings at third. Kaylee Paulino's out in left field. Mia Montalto in center field. And Scarlett Rose in right. And Mundy with a 3-pitch strikeout to get things going. Isabel Bucheri is the first strikeout victim. So 1 out here in the bottom of the first. And there's another strike. So 4 straight strikes thrown by Mundy. And she's ahead in the count, 0-1. Mundy now wearing number 45. She wore number 20 last year. Had a good first year with the Gales, hit over 300, had a good season in the circle as well. And that pitch goes foul, and it's 0-2. Wind starting to come in a little bit. Wind is blowing out to left field today. And Mundy with another 3-pitch strikeout back-to-back to begin the bottom of the first, and there are 2 away. So a good start for the senior, Sam Mundy. Keeping up her pace of 2 strikeouts per inning. She's already got 2 in this inning. And now 34 strikeouts on the year. And Mundy throws her first ball of the game. Count is 1-0. Oh, and a good pitch by Mundy. And it's 1-1. Skylar Corneely, the junior, is at the plate for the Vikings. 2 outs, nobody on, 1-1 pitch. Is high and wide, and it's 2-1. Gales have had pretty much the same defensive rotation throughout the year. And there's a strike 2-2. Other than the fact that Mia Montalto in center field, she's played herself now into a full-time starter's role. So Mundy now with a 2-strike pitch. And in there, strike 3 called. Nope, that was strike 2. This umpire is really confusing all of us, I think, here. Yeah. Yeah, I think everyone thought it was 3, but instead it was strike 2. And that's ball 4. Alright, well that really changed in a hurry. Thought it was strike 3, and now it's ball 4. So, the Vikings with their first base runner of the day. It was very confusing. Mundy's first pitch is in for a strike. It'll be a busy week for the softball team. They play tomorrow at Rutherford, although it'll just be right across Memorial Park. They'll be on the turf. Pickoff throw and back safely is Corneely. Then they will be at home on Thursday against Wayne Valley. And then on Saturday they have a tournament. They'll face Watchung Hills first. We'll see how far they get in that tournament. Mundy fires strike 3. So Sam Mundy with 3 Ks in the inning. No score. We go to the top of the second. Well, if there are any St. Mary students out there watching, I hope you guys are getting ready to enjoy your break. Tomorrow is the last day before spring break starts, a late spring break this year. Last year Easter was March 31st, this year it's April 20th, almost a 3-week difference. No score here as we go to the top of the second. The Gales had some great chances in that top of the first. They had Layla Henson got to third with nobody out, then the Gales had second and third with one out, but they were not able to score. A couple of line drives, one to first base and one to second base, and then a strikeout as well in there. See if the Gales can get some runs here in the top of the second. It'll be the sophomore right fielder, Scarlett Rosa, to lead it off. Scarlett's had a good start to the year, 3 for 13 with a couple of doubles, 3 driven in. And she had a good game in the last game against Lyndhurst, going 2 for 3. Massive improvement for her. Last year, in 37 at-bats, hit just 216. Jacqueline Burbach back in the circle to start the top of the second. This Vikings team really only has 2 pitchers. It's Burbach and then Cadence Mansfield, who's over at first base today for the Vikings. The Gales have used 3 pitchers this year, Sam Mundy, Jada Hastings, and the freshman Amelia Murray. Rosa steps in, and the first pitch is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Looks like Amelia Murray is heading out to left field to do some throwing with Amelia Myers. That pitch is in for a called strike, and it's quickly 0-2. 0-2 pitch to Scarlett Rosa is hit to second, and an easy play for Subaru, 1 away. So this Vikings infield defense has shined so far. Subaru's made a couple nice plays over there at second. And now Mia Montalto steps in. Ever since Montalto became the starting center fielder, she's really shined in that role, and she has a base hit to right center field. So she is now 3 for 7 to start the season, and she has become a really big player for this Gales lineup. First hit today for the Gales, and they've got a 1-out base runner with Montalto. So now Kaylee Paulino, the freshman, steps in. Kaylee started off the season slow, but she's gotten hot lately. She's 4 for 13 on the year, and she has a 3-game hitting streak. Still looking for her first extra base hit as a St. Mary Gale. And that misses off the plate, and it's 1-1. Montalto's got good speed at first. See if she tries to steal here. And a chopper, second baseman misses it. She misses it, and everyone's going to be safe. Well, I think Mia Montalto might have gotten in her way, but no interference called, and all the runners are safe. So I believe that's going to be a base hit credited to Kaylee Paulino. Now the umpires, though, are going to come and discuss this.
They're discussing interference.
Yeah, I think this might be interference, and it is. Mia Montalto is out, called for interference, so there are 2 away in the inning. So the umpires came and discussed it, and that was the ruling. I think that's the right call.
What do you think?
And there are now 2 away here in the top of the second. So now the second baseman, Olivia Santana, she will hit for herself here. And a first pitch strike, 0-1. She is still looking for her first hit of the season. As the wind starts to come in now more. Misses away, and it's 1-1. Paulino is the 2-out base runner at first. Jada Hastings now doing some throwing over here on the left side foul line. And that's fouled off the fencing, and there are now 2 strikes. pitch to Olivia Santana, and that's a chopper to the second baseman. Subera's been busy over there, and she makes the play as the inning comes to an end. The Gales do not score. No score in this game as we go to the bottom of the second. Bottom of the second underway here in North Arlington. Sam Mundy back to the circle. She had a scoreless first inning with 3 strikeouts. And her first pitch of the second is a swing and a miss, and it's 0-1. Both of these teams 3-2 coming into the day. North Arlington coming off a win against Harrison. The Gales coming off a win against Lyndhurst. And that's fouled to the right side, and quickly Mundy is ahead, 0-2. What a job Coach Sarah Peening has done with the Gales. This is a program that was in the dust for much of the last 2 decades. They won just 2 games in 2023. And the first year that Sarah Peening came here, the Gales went all the way to the state finals, losing to Morris Catholic. And they're looking to make another run this year, especially now that Morris Catholic is out of non-public B. And that hits her, and the Vikings have a leadoff base runner to begin the second. So Mundy hits her first batter of the game. We saw in the game yesterday, the baseball game, what putting the leadoff runner on can do to you. The Gales today are in their royal blue away jerseys, and North Arlington is in their gray home jerseys. Mundy with the first pitch strike, and the count is 0-1. Yeah, this field is very interesting. It's a very small field, it feels like. It's only about 180 down the right and left field lines, and Mundy hits her second straight batter, and the Vikings now have 2 on with nobody out. And the Gales infield will come in just to try to calm Mundy down a little bit. She's now hit back-to-back batters. So the Vikings have a chance with a runner in scoring position now. Mundy, just misses low, and it's 1-0. Look at Mundy's, again, 20 runs, 16 of those 20 are unearned runs. The Gales defense has just not given her much support when she's been in the circle. And she falls behind 2-0. That is ball ball 4. Bases are loaded for the Vikings with nobody out. So Mundy with 2 hit batsmen and a walk. So the bases are now loaded here for the Vikings. Mundy's really got to settle down here. It's hard to throw some strikes. And there is a first pitch strike. Oh, well, that's a big hit right there. Well, that was something you could afford to get away with, too, because with all the pitches she's throwing out of the strike zone, you know that there's absolutely no reason to swing at the first pitch. And now it's 0-2 as she gets another pitch over. Mundy in a spot where she needs a strikeout. The Gales are playing their infield about halfway here. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Mundy fires back with a 3-pitch strikeout, her 4th of the game, and there's 1 out here in the bottom of the 2nd. The bases are still loaded. So now 1 out here in the bottom of the 2nd, and Mundy's first pitch is in for a called strike, 0-1. Well, now that we have a clear view of home plate, you can just see the job that Jayleen Echeverry is doing tonight, framing a lot of these pitches. Yeah, and obviously we know how amazing of a hitter she is. Feels like her defense has been forgotten about, but it still looks really good. And she goes around on the half swing, and Mundy is ahead of the tower, 0-2. More wind blows in. Mundy with the 0-2 pitch. And that just missed off the plate. Ball 1. Umpire's been calling that pitch a lot for strike, but no one, just too wide. No more than an inch wide. 1-2. And that is a foul ball. And it's still 1-2. And that's right down the middle for strike 3. Wow. I can't believe she took that pitch, but Mundy now with her 5th strikeout, and they're 2 away here in the 2nd. That was right down the middle. So now Mundy has a pass to get out of this inning. The Yells are going to drop their infield back now, 2 away. And Mundy will step off. I think the wind gust might have caused that one. I find it interesting how in softball, you know, some players wear hats and others don't.
Yeah, right. Notice that.
Yeah, something interesting. And obviously in baseball, the outfielders or the fielders all have to wear hats. For softball, it's optional. And that's grounded foul, and it's 0-2. So now Mundy is 1 strike away from getting out of this inning. The Vikings loaded the bases with nobody out. Mundy, though, with back-to-back strikeouts. And now she has a chance to get out of it right here. Oh, and that just missed. I think that looked off the plate to me.
That was an ooh.
Ooh, yeah, Bobby Zeus. He does never get old. Don't do that. Mundy with another 2-strike pitch. Strike 3 called. So Mundy, after loading the bases with nobody out, strikes out 3 in a row, and she gets through the bottom of the 2nd. Still no score as we go to the top of the 3rd. We are back for the top of the third. Still no score here in the game between the Gales and the Vikings. Both pitchers have gotten in and out of jams. The Gales will have the top of their order due up here in the top of the third, starting off with Layla Henson, who walked her first time up. Stole one base, and then advanced to third as the North Arlington defense fell asleep. First pitch is down, and it's 1-1. Henson also was a Immaculate Conception transfer. Yeah, the majority of this team was Immaculate Conception transfers. And that's taken the other way, and it's down for a leadoff hit. So Layla Henson is on. That'll improve her batting average, probably up near 400 now, and the Gales with the leadoff base runner. So Henson reaches for the second time, and she stole a base her first time. Let's see if she thinks about stealing another one. Gabby Higgins at the plate for St. Mary's. She lined out her first time up, and right on cue, Henson easily into second with the steal. So she's got 2 steals on the day now, and now 7 stolen bases for the season. What a player. So the Gales just like going in scoring position. And Higgins lines one into center field, and it's down for a base hit. It gets by the center fielder. Henson will score. Higgins will turn second and head to third, and she will be in there safely. An RBI triple for Gabby Higgins, her second triple of the year, and the Gales have a 1-0 lead. Nice effort by Kira Garcia, the center fielder, but it got by her, and it's a RBI triple, 1-0 Gales, and now Higgins 60 feet away, still nobody out. Now Jalen Echeverry at the plate. And she fouls one back, and it's 0-1. Well, with the wind blowing out to left field, this really favors a player like Jalen Echeverry, who has a ton of power, 7 home runs last year, looking for her first in 2025. North Arlington will keep their defense about halfway here, and Echeverry falls behind 0-2.
Where's you all counting?
I believe so, yes. Yeah, well, Jalen Echeverry is one of the best players in the state, let alone the county. Just a phenomenal hitter. She's behind in the count here, 0-2. And she goes to right field. That ball is caught by Garcia, the center fielder, and Higgins was not able to tag.
Wow.
That is not something you would expect from one of the Gale seniors, but that is a break for North Arlington. Higgins, I guess, thought that ball was going to be down. Instead, she is still at third with 1 away. And now Sam Mundy comes up to bat. Mundy struck out looking her first time up, trying to help herself here. That's in there for a called strike. It's 0-1. Mundy hit over 300 last year, hit 429 coming into today. And that pitch misses away, and it's now 2-0. To Sam Mundy, and that comes up and in, nearly hit her, and it's now a 2-1 count. And Mundy with a swing and a miss, and it's now 2-2. They've taken a lot of pitches, and when they've swung, they've made contact. Mundy is the only strikeout victim for the Gales so far. And then misses away, and the count is now full with Jada Hastings on deck. So Higgins, the runner at third, 1 out here in the top of the third. And Mundy takes away for ball 4, so a nice at bat there for the senior Sam Mundy. She is on with the walk, and the Gales now have them cornered for Jada Hastings. Runners at the corners, 1 out. The Vikings will keep their the shortstop, and everybody's going to be safe. And Higgins comes in to score, and it's now 2-0 Gales. So Jada Hastings putting one in play, and the Vikings defense makes another miscue. 2-0 St. Mary's. So it'll be an RBI for Hastings. There'll be an error by the shortstop. 2-0 Gales. And now Scarlett Rosa steps in. And that's in there for a strike. It gets by the catcher. Money trying to go to third, and she is safe. Aggressive base running by Mundy, but she makes it safely. And the Gales now, and Hastings follows to second, so the Gales have 2 in scoring position and 1 out. Rosa takes up and in, and it's now a 2-0 count. Rosa already has a couple doubles on the year, and you would think a base hit here would produce 2. And a chopper that goes foul. Well, we've done some games from Rip Collins Field, which is all the way on the other side of town, over by the Passaic River. We're on the east side of North Arlington, right by the highway. Right? Yep. That's hit down the right field line. It'll go foul. Yeah, well, as you can see, this is a neighborhood field. You got houses there in the background. 2-strike pitch to Rosa. And it misses down, and it's now a full count. Rosa looking to do some damage here with the Gales having already brought 2 home in this inning. Full count pitch. It is swung on and missed for strike 3. Second strikeout now for Burbach, and they're 2 away here in the top of the 3rd. So here's Mia Montalto. She had a base hit to right center her first pitch. Now 3 for 7 on the year, and she hits one the other way. Caught by the second baseman. Another terrific play by Abigail Subero to end the inning. She saves 2 runs, 2-0 Gales as we go to the bottom of the 3rd. Well, a new starting pitcher now in for the Gales. Jada Hastings is in the circle. Sam Mundy moves over to first base, and Gabby Higgins will move over to third base. All the other Gales defenders remain the same, as we are now in the bottom of the 3rd. Hastings making her 3rd appearance of the season. Her last was a start against Secaucus, where she pitched 2 innings, struck out 6 against the Patriots. 2-0 the Gales lead. We are in the bottom of the 3rd here in North Arlington. And Hastings' first pitch is down and away, ball 1. Well, Hastings is the Gales' most experienced player. She is a 4-year starter here at St. Mary's. Pitched a lot her first 2 years, but did not pitch very much last year. But with the Gales losing 3 of their pitchers from last year, Hastings expected to come back to the circle and be very productive. She's behind in the count though, 2-0, and now 3-0. So Sam Mundy is finished after 2 innings, and it was a good 2 innings. She did not allow a run, and even though she got into trouble in the second, she was able to strike out 6 batters. And Hastings fires in a strike, and it's 3-1. Gales have a 2-0 lead. Gabby Higgins had an RBI triple, and then Jada Hastings got an RBI and an error by the shortstop. And ball 4, leadoff runner is on for the Vikings. So Hastings with a rough start. She walks her first batter. And here comes the starting pitcher, Jacqueline Burbach, looking to help herself out here. It's a 2-0 lead for the Gales. Tying run is at the plate here for the Vikings. And the first pitch is misses for ball 1. Another big gets going here. The Gales will have 8, 9, and 1 due up in the top of the 4th. Haley Paulino, Amelia Myers, and Layla Henson, and Hastings with a nice play off the circle to get the out at first. Runner moves to second, 1 away. So 1 away here in the top and bottom of the 3rd. And that one is put in play. It's no foul ball. Echeverry with a very good play. That would have been an out, but it goes foul according to the umpires. There are 2 umpires for today's game. That's usually the standard for these regular season games. Usually there will be 4 umpires once the playoffs come around. So the count is 0-1. Hastings fires, and right down the middle for a strike, and it's now 0-2. Gales outfitters are playing very shallow here. The 0-2 pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. First strikeout today for Jada Hastings, and they're 2-way here in the bottom of the 3rd.
All right, Jada!
So 2-way now here in the top of the 3rd. Runner still at second. First pitch is Mrs. High, ball 1. Kira Garcia is the runner at second for North Arlington. Right to left. And that's head to second. Nice play by Santana. And she makes the play, inning over. Terrific throw and play by Olivia Santana. The inning comes to an end. It's still 2-0 Gills. We go to the top of the 4th.
It's Jack weather there, 50 degrees.
We're back. Still 2-0 Gales. We're on the top of Jacqueline Burbach back in the circle for North Arlington. She's pitched well today. freshman, was a part of the girls basketball team this past year, played very well in a limited role. And she's done a good job so far in the softball diamond. And that pitch is fouled off the fence. Nice grab by the first base umpire.
Yeah, he bobbled it. He bobbled.
1-1. He still made the play though.
Blocked it. Blocked it. Kept it in front of him.
Paulino came into the day again 4 for 13. She's still looking for her first extra base hit as a Gale. And that misses inside, and it's 2-1. Gales will be playing Rutherford tomorrow. Same field, just this time on the turf. And then they'll be back on their usual field Thursday to take on Wayne Valley. Paulino hits one out to shallow right field. This one might drop, and it does. A base hit for Paulino, and then it gets by the defenders, and she is safely into second with a base hit. It should be a single and then a double, or a single and then an error. A single and an error on the right fielder, allowing Paulino to advance to second. And it's great to see her slide there, because the game we did against Secaucus, she did not slide going into second, nearly got tagged out, and Coach Sarah was not happy with that. But she's into second safely, and now Olivia Santana is at the plate. Santana still her first hit as a yellow. She got a great chance for the runner scoring position. She shows bunt, and she can't get it down. And it's 0-1. Santana made a nice play at second base to end the bottom of the third. Really good defending second base. Paulino is the runner at second. And Santana gets this bunt down. It's a fair ball. Pitcher will have to go to first. It's in time, one away, but a perfect bunt by Olivia Santana to move Kaylee Paulino over to third. So that'll bring Layla Henson to the plate. Henson is 1 for 1, had a base hit her last time up, walked back in the first. Has a prime RBI opportunity here with Paulino at first, 1 out. And the first pitch goes to the backstop. Paulino, though, will stay put at third. Not very much room here between home plate and the backstop, so it's hard for any runner to advance from third to home.
If that was Breslin Field, that was a run.
Yep.
Breslin was so deep.
Yeah, it's interesting that Bergen Catholic, who plays in Oradell, or who's located in Oradell, plays their home games in Lyndhurst.
Do they? Or that just moves? That was moved because of the turf, man.
It might be, but I think they play a lot of their games there.
Huh.
Henson is ahead in the count, 2-0.
That's a pro field, I think.
Henson's had a great start to the year, as we mentioned before. Also a terrific defender at short. There's a called strike, and it's 2-1. Outfielders are playing pretty deep here. Middle infielders stay back, and Henson fouls that one off to the left side, and there are 2 strikes. Gabby Higgins is on deck, and then Jaylene Echeverry for the Gales. Nice day here in North Arlington, minus the wind. And Henson takes on the other way, and that's through for a base hit. In to score is Paulino, and Henson with her second hit, and it's now 3-0 Gales as she drives in her 6th RBI of the season, or her 5th RBI of the season. 3-0 Gales. So Gabby Higgins at the plate. She's 1 for 2 and an RBI triple her first time up, her second triple of the year, and Henson with her 3rd stolen base of the game. Well, when you don't draw any pickoff throws, you're bound to steal second, and that's what Henson does. Now up to 8 stolen bases on the year in the first 6 games. Higgins takes a strike. Henson thought about going to third, but she thought better of it. 3-0 the Gales lead, still just 1 out here at the top of the 4th. And Higgins takes one the other way for a base hit, and that's going to go in the gap.
Same spot.
In to score is Henson. Higgins on her way to second. Is she going to try for third this time? Yes, she will. On her way to third, and there will be no throw. Gabby Higgins with her 2nd RBI triple of the game, and the Gales now lead it 4-0.
Same spot.
Same spot, same result for Gabby Higgins. 4-0, the Gales on top. first time up, and a RBI there for Echeverry as she pulls one to the left side. Higgins comes in to score, 5-0 Gales. Echeverry drives in her 9th run of the season, and immediately a pinch runner will come in. Amelia Myers will run for Echeverry. So 5-0 the Gales are now leading with Sam Mundy coming up. Still just 1 out in the inning. Mundy is 0 for 1 today. She struck out her first time up, walked her last time up. Gales now have 3 home here in the top of the 4th, a 5-0 lead. And 3 consecutive RBI hits for the Gales. Mundy takes a strike. And the miss is way up. Myers pinch running for Echeverry at first. Certainly been the roughest inning so far for Jacqueline Burbank, who overall has done a good job at the circle today, but the Gales have hit her hard in this inning. Mundy, though, hits one to second, bobbled initially by Subaru. That prevented the double play, but she gets the out at first, 2 away. Amelia Myers now moves into scoring position. So Mundy is retired for the 2nd out, and that'll bring up Jada Hastings to the plate. She had an RBI her last time up, hit one to short. It was bobbled by the shortstop, allowed a runner to come in. But 0 for 2 on the day, looking for her first hit. Misses away, ball 1. And the Mercy Rule in softball is 10 after 4.5 innings. And that's hit out to shallow left field. Shortstop going back, and she can't make the catch. It's down for a base hit. Myers is on her way to 3rd, and she'll make it there safely. I thought there were 2 outs, so I think Myers should have scored there. I don't know why she wasn't running, but there are now runners at 2nd and 3rd with 2 outs. Yeah, there were 2 outs because Santana had the sacrifice bunt, and then Mundy grounded out to 1st. That's a situation where you have to score, but now 2 in scoring position for Scarlett Rosa. Jada Hastings with her first hit of the game, and Rosa takes one for a strike, 0-1. Scarlett's 0 for 2 today. She struck out her last time up. 5-0 Gales, and they have 2 more in scoring position here. And Rosa takes one inside, and count is even at 1. That was a strong one, too. Rosa takes one high, and it's now a 2-1 count. Claire's at 3rd, and Hastings at 2nd with 2 outs here at the top of the 4th. And that's hit well out to right field. Right fielder coming on, and it's down. A fair ball down the right field line. 2 runs are going to score, and into 2nd safely is Scarlett Rosa with a 2-run double, her 3rd double of the year, and the Gales now lead at 7-0. 5 runs home for St. Mary's here in the top of the 4th, and they have broken this one open. So Rosa now at 2nd with Mia Montalto at the plate. And that first pitch is in for a called strike. It's 0-1. And that pitch misses away to 1-1. And Montalto hits one out to shallow right field. 2nd baseman comes on and makes the catch, and the inning finally comes to an end. But the Gales put up 5 in the top of the 4th, and they have a 7-0 lead. We'll be back after this halfway through here in North Arlington. The Gales with 5 runs in the top of the 4th to break this one open. They now lead 7-0 over the North Arlington Vikings. Jada Hastings will begin her 2nd inning of work in the circle. She put up a 0 in the bottom of the 3rd. Gales defense remains the same as we begin the bottom of the 4th. And Hastings' first pitch of the inning is a swing and a miss. 0-1. Well, it's been a busy week of sports the last couple weeks. Obviously, the Masters happened this past weekend. Congrats to Rory McIlroy on winning that. The first person ever from the island of Ireland to win at Augusta. Hastings ahead in the count 0-2. We also have the NBA and NHL playoffs starting soon. I believe the play-in starts tonight. And then the hockey playoffs start on Easter Sunday. And Hastings, oh, that just missed off the plate, 1-2. Gales looking to get their 4th win of the season. The full count pitch, or the 1-2 pitch, excuse me, is fouled back, and it's still 1-2. First time the Gales are playing on the road in a week. They lost to Glen Rock on the road last week. And Hastings fires strike 3. She picks up her 2nd strikeout. 1 away here in the bottom of the 4th. So 1 away here for Jada Hastings, who continues to dominate in the circle early in the season. That pitch misses away. 1-1. Hastings, of course, is the captain of the girls basketball team. Had another great season. Was the only senior on the team. And obviously they're going to miss her very much. And she makes a nice play off the circle and throws it over to Mundy, 2 away. Another fine play in the field by Jada Hastings. So she has set down the first 2 here in the bottom of the 4th. Santana and Layla Henson. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Hastings fires an 0-1, and that's fouled off to the right side, and it's 0-2. Hastings fires an 0-2. And that's grounded down to first. Mundy is there. And the inning is over. A 1-2-3 bottom of the 4th for Jada Hastings. 7-0 Gales. We will go to the top of the 5th. We are back for the the top of the fifth here in North Arlington. A new pitcher for the Vikings, the sophomore Cadence Mansfield, is now in the circle. She's off to a great start this year. Has not allowed an earned run in just over 13 innings pitched. She's also struck out 26. So Jacqueline Burbach is done for the day. She goes 4 innings, lost 7 runs. Not the best day for her, but also didn't get a lot of help with her defense, especially in the top of the fourth, where the Gales just broke this one open, scored 5 runs. 8, 9, and 1 for the Gales here at the top of the fifth, starting off with Kaylee Paulino. She had a base hit her first time up, and that pitch misses away for ball 1. Gales lead at 7-0 here over the Vikings. Which one of these teams will go to 4-2? That's a strike, 1-1. Kaylee Paulino's been playing left field today. That's where she's been pretty much the entire season for the Gales. Obviously, there'll be a question of what happens when the Gales get Ryan Burke back, the senior captain, still injured. We'll see when she comes back, but obviously she's going to be a massive addition when they do get her back. 2 strike pitches, swung on and missed for strike 3, so a good start for Mansfield, a strikeout of Kaylee Paulino, 1 away here in the top of the fifth. Again, North Arlington really only has 2 pitchers that they use, and we've seen both of them today. Burbach for the first 4, and you got to assume that Cadence Mansfield is going to finish out this game, however long it may continue, with the Gales leading 7-0. Here's Olivia Santana. She had a very successful sacrifice bunt her last time up, moved Kaylee Paulino over to third. Now batting out with the bases empty, so she'll probably swing away. So looking for that first hit as a Gale. And that's popped up foul on the right side. I'll want to play it into the shrubbery over there.
Yeah, 2 balls now.
There are now 2 strikes. Very much foul. 2 strikes to Olivia Santana. And that's popped up again on the right side. It'll be foul. Oh, hit the top of the Vikings dugout.
Thank you.
Well, Santana's still looking for that first hit, but she's put together some good at-bats here over the last couple of days. Mansfield fires, and Santana hits one well out to left field. Left fielder coming on, and it is a foul ball. Oh, that was so close for Olivia Santana, but she'll have to go back and try again. I think the wind might have carried that one foul, otherwise that probably would have been fair. Two-strike pitch is grounded to past the third baseman. Shortstop boots it, and Santana's safe at first. I think that's going to be a hit. And if it is, that is the first hit in the career of Olivia Santana. Congratulations to the freshman. You think it's an error? Yeah. Well, I think it's going to be a hit for Santana. If it is, that is the first of her St. Mary career. Congratulations. Back to the top of the order go the Gales. Layla Henson she is 2 for 2 today. A couple of opposite field hits and a walk back in the first. Henson takes one on the inside corner for a strike, and it's 1-1. Henson had a couple of home runs last year. And that's hit deep out to right field. Right fielder backing up, and she's there to make the catch. 2 away. Bullet off the bat of Henson, but the right fielder had to move no more than 2 steps to make that play, and there are 2 away with Gabby Higgins coming up. Gabby is 2 for 3 today. She has had 2 RBI triples in her last 2 at-bats. You don't see that stat very often. And they've both been to virtually the same spot in right center field, which is the deepest part of this park. And that pitch skips in the dirt, ball 1. Olivia Santana is the runner at first. And that pitch is down, 2-0. And Higgins hits one up the middle, and she's got her third hit of the game. A bullet off the bat of Higgins, and she now has a hit in each of her last 3 at-bats. So the Gales now with 2 runners on for Jaylene Echeverry.
I'm gonna predict a home run here.
Yep. Well, that would certainly be great. Echeverry is due for one, looking for a first after hitting 7 last year. And the first pitch misses away for ball 1. Echeverry had an RBI single her last time up. 1 for 2 on the day. And that's hit hard through the left side, a base hit. Santana around third, and she will come in to score. Higgins moves up to second. Jaylene Echeverry with her second RBI single of the game. And the Gales now have an 8-0 lead. And once again, Amelia Myers will come in to run for Jaylene Echeverry. So now Sam Mundy at the plate. Echeverry giving her some advice. Obviously the new pitcher in, so new look for all these Gales hitters. Mundy's still looking for her first hit today. She's 0 for 2 with a walk. And the first pitch drops in for a strike. It's 0-1. Gales now with an 8-0 lead. And Mundy pops one up on the right side. First baseman should have it. No! She can't have it. And is that a fair ball? It is. Mundy will be safe at first, and the bases are now loaded. Wow. Wynn might have carried that one, but that's going to be an error on the first baseman. The bases are now loaded for Jada Hastings. So Mundy reaches for the 3rd time today. Here is Jada Hastings. Swing and a miss. She was out in front of that one, strike 1. Gales now with an 8-0 lead. The bases are loaded with 2 away. Higgins at third, Myers at second, Mundy at first. And Hastings rips a base hit into left field. This should bring in 2 runs, and it will. Mundy will stop at second. 10-0 Gales on the 2 RBI single by Jada Hastings. So 3 more in this inning for the Gales. A 10-0 lead. Here is Scarlett Rosa. She had a 2-run double her last time up. Every single player in the Gales lineup today has now reached base at least once. Mansfield fires, and that misses away. Count is 2-0. Gales lead at 10-0 now. Took them a couple innings to get their offense going, but they certainly have now. A lot of well-hit balls, and a swing and a miss by Rosa. It's 2-1. Scarlett is 1 for 3 today. I mentioned that 2-run double. That was her last at bat. And that catches the corner for a strike, and it's now 2-2. 2-2 pitch is hit down to first, and the first baseman can't handle it.
You forgot it.
That's about as easy of a play as you can have, but you just missed it. And Rosa will be safe at first, and the bases are now loaded with Mia Montalto coming up to bat. So for the 2nd straight inning, the Gales have batted around.
Nobody scored, right?
So the bases are now loaded. Mundy is at third, Jada Hastings at second, and Scarlett Rose on at first. The second error of the inning on the North Arlington first baseman. Montalto with a swing and a miss, 0-1. Playing on an all-turf field here today.
Right down the same field. Same home field. I think it's the turf field.
And that misses way up. Ball 1. Away, 2-1. Gales have dominated the Vikings here today. Sam Mundy and Jada Hastings have both pitched well in the circle, and the Gales offense has woken up. Everybody contributing for St. Mary's today. And it's now a 3-1 count on Mia Montalto. So Mansfield really needs to throw a strike here. The Gales have not scored any runs today on a bases loaded walk. And a swing and a miss by Montalto, and the count is now full. So the runners will all be in motion here with Mundy at third, Hastings at second, and Rosa at first. Here comes the failed pitch, and that's fouled off the iron. It'll bounce back into the pitcher's circle, and they'll do it again. And that's hit out to left center field. It's down for a base hit, and it's up the gap. 2 runs are going to score. Rosa coming around third. She will score. And Montalto's on her way to third, and she makes it safely with a bases-clearing triple. What a terrific at-bat by Mia Montalto, and she finishes it off by clearing the bases. 13-0 Gales. Well, that is why Mia Montalto has earned her way into the Gales starting lineup. A bases-clearing triple. The Gales now with 6 home here in the top of the 5th and a 13-0 lead. We've got a stoppage here. I think they were looking for, do they need a new softball? I think that might have been the problem. So it's now 13-0 Gales, and Rosa, or Montalto, excuse me, is over at third with Kaylee Paulino coming up. Paulino led off this inning, so the Gales have batted all the way around their order now. Just domination from the Gales today. The 1-0 pitch is in there for a called strike, 1-1. Misses away, 2-1. And Paulino pops one up foul that'll go out of play into the North Arlington fan section, and there are now 2 strikes. And that misses low. Montalto's 60 feet away from home plate. Full count pitch to Kaylee Paulino. And she hits one down the right field line. That's going to go out of play. And they'll do it again. 3-2 pitch is low for ball 4. Great at bat by Kaylee Paulino, and the inning will continue. The Gales now have them at the corners, and Olivia Santana coming up. She had her first career hitter last time up, and she'll have a chance now to get her first St. Mary RBI with Montalto at third and Kaylee Paulino over at first. That pitch is away for ball one. Santana was also a part of the girls basketball team this past winter. And that's in there for a called strike, 1-1. If the inning were to continue, Layla Henson would be on deck. 13-0, the Gales are in front. And Santana fouls one off to the right side. There's been a lot of foul balls hit over there today. By the way, the St. Mary Gales with an all right-handed hitting lineup today. In fact, I believe this entire roster is all right-handed hitters. Two-strike pitch to Olivia Santana. Is hit, popped up on the infield. It'll go out of play. Yep, well, it hit off kind of the fence. I didn't think it was going to get stuck there, but instead they will do it again. So a nice at-bat being put together here by the freshman Olivia Santana. Two-strike pitch is hit out to right center field and will be caught by the center fielder. Nice play by Kira Garcia to end the inning, but the Gales played 6. They lead 13-0. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Jada Hastings trying to finish it off. Amelia Murray trying to finish it off for the Gales in the circles. We've seen all 3 Gales pitchers today. Murray's had a great start to her St. Mary career. This is her 4th appearance. She's given up just 1 earned run in 8 innings along with 14 strikeouts. Trying to get the final 3 outs today with the Gales leading 13-0 here in North Arlington. And her first pitch misses low for ball 1. A couple defensive changes for the Gales. Jada Hastings comes out to right, is now playing right field. Scarlett Rosa has come out of the game. Murray misses high with that one, and it's 2-0. 2-0 pitch is fouled back, 2-1. It's been a rough day for North Arlington. They just haven't had much go right for them. Amelia Murray. Swing and a miss. And it's 2-0. Strike 3 called Murray gets that pitch in. She's got her first K of the game. Murray with a strike. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Murray with back-to-back Ks, and the Gales are 1 out away from a victory. So the Gales 1 out away from a victory. And a first pitch strike from Murray, 0-1.
Strike.
And Murray is 1 strike away. Gales looking to finish off a very strong victory here over North Arlington. And the Gales are going to come in for a visit here. I think this is why they're doing a visit. I think I know why they're doing a visit. I'm not going to say it. We're not going to say anything though. Murray with the 2-strike pitch. And there, strike 3 called. The Gales throw a combined no-hitter. Mundy, Hastings, and Murray combined for a 5-inning no-hitter, and the Gales win it 13-0 here over North Arlington. What a performance by the Gales pitching staff today. The offense came to life after a slow first couple innings, and the Gales, with their 3rd consecutive win, they improved to 4-2. I'm pretty sure, yeah. What?
Pretty graphic.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, well, the only base runners that North Arlington got were in the 2nd, and it was 2 hit by pitch and a walk. Other than that, they had nothing working for them in this game. It was they walked 3 times, they got hit by 1 pitch, but they did not have any hits in this game. So the Gales throw a combined no-hitter. What a job by the pitching staff. They win it 13-0. What a performance today by the Gales. Just a well-rounded victory and a 5-inning combined no-hitter thrown by the Gales pitching staff. St. Mary's improves to 4-2 on the season. North Arlington drops to 3-3. The Gales will be in action tomorrow afternoon facing off against Rutherford. That'll be a 4 p.m. start time. The baseball team will also be playing Rutherford tomorrow. That game will be at home for them. Eli and I will be there with you. Eli will do one game, I will do the other. I believe Eli is going to be doing softball tomorrow. I'll be doing baseball, but we'll finalize that tonight. But great performance by the Gales. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. For Bobby Blackjack, Jack Rizzo signing off here from North Arlington. We will see you tomorrow for our doubleheader here on Surge Sports TV. Have a great night, everyone.
Great job.